My thermostat is not working. So it is burning up in here because the thermostat ain't working. We put in an order, but y'all know I'm in Texas, so we got the light off because I'm not trying to burn to death. The window is open, so hopefully it's not too loud. It'd be a lot of cars like outside my window and a lot of trucks. So yeah, we gonna have some interferences with the content creation today, but it's all good. All right, y'all know the drill. First come, first serve. Drop your signs in the chat, and then we'll go in order. In whatever order you guys drop your signs in. All right. I'm going to wait for some people to join to explain the personals. So I'll wait for people to join first so that I don't have to repeat it. Welcome. Hey there. Welcome, y'all. Drop y'all signs in the chat and we will do readings in that order. We're doing general readings today. Welcome. If you're watching me on TikTok, I'm also live on YouTube and Twitch and Kick. All other platforms, guys, YouTube is where you want to go. If you miss your sign, because it will be time stamped in the description. All right, we got Pisces, Libra, Scorpio. It's okay. Y'all can put more than one. Y'all don't have to just put one sign. You can put your rising signs, whatever. It's all good because it's going to be somebody with the same sign as you. So it don't matter. Thank you on YouTube. Sagittarius. Okay. Fellow Sages. Shout out to my Sages out there. Sorry, y'all. I'm hot. So I'm going to have to... Hopefully, if they don't come by 10, I'm going to have to blow them up and get the thermostat fixed. It's going to be burning up in here. This is the wrong state to be in for this type of shenanigan. All right, so far we got Pisces, Libra, Scorpio, Sag, and Gemini. You say you should say Aries. Yeah, I don't have a lot of Aries. I actually do. It's interesting because I do privates for Aries, though. I know a lot of Aries personally, and I'll do private readings for them, but I don't really see too many Aries in my chat. But then again, it could be, they may not want people to know they're watching tarot. So I feel like that has something to do with it, too. You find out your rising sign. You can either go, well, I started on Cafe Astrology. They give you your whole birth chart. But to get your rising sign, you do need to know what time you were born. Without knowing what time you're born, you can still get your birth chart. Like, you can still get the other planets like Mercury, Moon, stuff like that. But to know your rising sign, you need to know your actual birth time. Hey, Amelia, welcome. Good morning, y'all. So yeah, we might do some birth chart stuff one day. I have a lot of ideas for once the channel is rebuilt. I did have to resubmit my proof for the tarot deck, so I'm waiting for them to approve that. But I was able to resubmit it pretty quickly. They responded pretty quick, so I don't think it's going to cause like a big delay. I just had to resize the cards, so I'm excited about that. And I am currently working on the oracle deck. That way I kind of have low-key like a matching set for myself. All right, y'all, so we're gonna get started. Continue dropping signs in the chat. We got Pisces, Libra, Scorpio, Sag, Gemini, and Aries. Again, those of you that's watching on TikTok, Kick, and Twitch, this will be up on my YouTube time-stamped. My TikTokers, please do not get scammed. This is my only page. I will never DM you. It is going to be a lot of scammers on TikTok once the page continues to grow. What else? If you want to get private readings, it's linked in my bios. It's $33 for a 30-minute video. And it is a private YouTube video. Nobody else can see it but you unless you share the link. Yeah. What else do I have to say? I don't really have Trying to think, did anything happen? I don't think anything major happened, like for any general energy yet. So we'll get started. All right, we got Capricorn. Oh, the last thing I wanted to say, if you do have personal questions, y'all can still do the $5 Cash App questions. My Cash App is the same username as everything else. It is EeshUrHeartOut, and you'll see my picture on there. All right. Thank you, Chelsea. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hopefully I'm saying that right. It didn't have an A on the end. Welcome, y'all. All right, so we got Pisces, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Gemini, Aries, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Oh, congratulations. Wow. Congratulations. I'm happy for you. Happy that it was successful. All right, so thank you for the rose on TikTok. Thank you. All right, y'all. So let's get started for Pisces. I am burning up, so bear with me, y'all. And they might be, the maintenance might come. Hopefully they come during this video. Because I need them to fix that immediately or I'm going to die over here. All right, so let's see. No, you're the first Aquarius. Let me put Aquarius on here. Did I miss it? Okay. All right, y'all. And thank you for the gift on TikTok if I didn't say it already. All right, Pisces. What is the center of the reading for the Pisces? Let's see. Center of the reading for the Pisces. Ooh. Okay, connectivity. So we know that that could be a trap mindset. In this case, for some reason, I'm getting like two things are connected though. But yeah, let's go with that. But it can definitely be a trapped mindset, feeling trapped in a scenario. Yep, I got Capricorn on here too. Yep. All right, so what is the first situation here? We want to see what it's connected to. Okay, determination, focus, tenacity. This can be about like being brave. I'm also getting like hyper focusing on something in this case because we still, Eight of Swords is still a mindset. So I feel like there's something that you have been focused on or somebody around you. All right, and what is that directly connected to here? Hey, y'all, thank you. Thank you for the donut. Interesting. Resistance. Okay, so if we're very focused and determined on a goal, we're able to resist certain temptations, or if we are focused on one thing or one situation, we're able to resist things outside of that situation. That's pretty cut and dry. So what is your current energy, Pisces? Let's see. What is your current energy? Okay, so you've got finesse, so you're being intentional. Now sometimes there's a couple ways this can go. Finesse is about also taking a shortcut or being very intentional. All right, so I don't know if this, I don't think this is your energy, but I'm also getting to sometimes if there's something that you're trying to work on, it may not go as planned. So I feel like you need to create a backup plan, or that is what you're currently doing. All right, so what are you planning for here? Okay, you've got luck. I feel like you're planning something ahead of time, or you're like, okay, this is going to happen on this date, this time, this age. So you are planning on like for time to pass by. Now, if you're counting on something to just kind of fall in your lap, y'all know I always say like, because I know spiritually that's sometimes the mindset, but please always be active as well. So you are planning ahead for a future date. Okay, what do you know? It's like you know something is going to occur here. All right, so what do you know is going to occur? Or this is how you feel, you know, you're planning ahead. Okay, voice. All right, so I feel like you're planning for a conversation. I don't know if anybody's trying to do like an interview, but you are planning ahead for a conversation, or you're planning ahead for like an interview. You want to schedule something that you have to speak on. Okay, so let's see. So what needs to be discussed here? And then we'll see what other energy you need to be in. Thank you for the gift. Thank y'all for sharing the live as well. Okay, so there looks like somebody's going to say something inspirational, or there's going to be a conversation with an Aquarius or about an Aquarius. All right, so you already know that. You're like, okay, we got to talk to this Aquarius, or we got to talk about, like there's a discussion with them or something like that. I'm also getting to, I don't know why this is like a child for some people. You're like, okay, when my child gets this age, we gotta talk about this, or but it must be coming up if we're talking about it today. I don't think it's something that far out. But yeah, you're planning for an opportunity to talk to an Aquarius, talk about an Aquarius. If you don't know an Aquarius, like I said, there's a discussion about, there could be public speaking, motivational speaking with inspiration, or just somebody planning to say something with the group. All right, what energy should you be in here, Pisces? I feel like you're like basically planning ahead for a conversation. Okay, so you should be in defense. All right, so you should say no to something, block something out, protect yourself, have your guard up. I feel like too, you may, when I get that combination, you may need to plan for what you're planning for not occurring, or like a change in plans here. But what do you need to block out or say no, no to? Okay, you've got dominance and angel. All right, so trying to control a Sagittarius. Okay, so don't try to control a Sagittarius, or somebody maybe even saying like control your temper. It's either like control your temper, or like somebody trying to control a Sagittarius. You're planning for this conversation. Okay, all right, let's see. Some of y'all might have Sag placements as well. All right, let me get the tarot then. Let's see. Now, if there's something where somebody is talking to an entire group, somebody wants to block out the person who is like foreign, like of a foreign nature or different or something like that. All right, but let's see. Let's see. If you're, another way to go, like say you're talking to an Aquarius and you're like, yeah, you cannot control that Sagittarius or something like that. I don't know if that's the case, but y'all, let's see. Where you're talking about, okay, no, I'm not going to give that way. Okay, so the Eight of Pentacles of Justice, yeah, focus. So here's the focus part. I feel like somebody's really focused on their work, and then the cause and effect of that is them being able to control their emotions, or like literally no matter what happens, somebody is going back and looking at their work, looking at their job. It doesn't matter what's happening in between. Just the way these cards are even facing, it's like no matter what, somebody goes back to focusing on what they're building and working on. All right, so somebody is very focused. All right, so you have the Death card. We got it. It's going in order. So we got Libra, Scorpio. There's the Queen of Swords. So this person, as they're working on something, I feel like too, somebody is able to be very professional. All right, this could be the Aquarius with the Queen of Swords. Here's the Sun card, and then here's the Two of Cups. Let me get one more. Okay, there's a Seven of Swords. There you are. So I see you waiting to have this. This is literally it. You're waiting to have a conversation with this Aquarius. All right, you're waiting to have a convo with them, or you're waiting to meet up with them. You know, it's almost like, you know, okay, at this time they're going to show up. I'm going to go talk to them about blah, blah, blah. And I don't know if this is the same individual. I don't know whoever this is, right? They're very focused. That transforms into this conversation. So this is the thing, the conversation that you're planning for, I feel like the part that you need to know is somebody is extremely focused on what they're working on. And that's why you're able to talk to them, or that's why they're able to say something inspirational, or you could be wondering why their tone is coming out that way. They're very direct, or they're very professional. All right, so let's see what this part is, the defense, dominance, and angel part. Hey, y'all, these are general. If you're on, if y'all are on TikTok, this will also be up on my YouTube, and it will be time-stamped. All right, so let's see. What is defense, dominance, and angel? What do you have to plan for? Or what energy should you be in here? Okay, looks like a conflict. Okay, so you got the Two of Swords, the Five of Wands, Justice. There's the Star. There's Aquarius. So something affects the Aquarius energy comes out stronger, or the Aquarius energy is a bigger deal when this person becomes distracted. So other people, an actual Aquarius, worrying about other people's perspectives. That's very interesting how that came out. Justice is still here, so there could be a Libra. Justice is very the Justice card is going to be very important. We are talking about cause and effect with connectivity. But literally, I feel like if there is a distraction, that makes the Aquarius more important. So I feel like if you're talking to an Aquarius, you need to tell them to remain focused on themselves. I don't know if they're trying to dominate a Sag or control a Sag, because I don't really see Sagittarius's energy coming out in the actual tarot yet. So it's almost like I feel like you're going to be telling somebody like, hey, like, don't get distracted, focus on yourself. There could also be a thing about like, if you're telling somebody, you know, like, it's not about controlling your temper, but it's about like channeling that energy into what you're working on or what you're dealing with. Like, rechannel that energy. If you do have a temper, it's not about controlling the emotions or stifling them, but it's about rechanneling the info or the energy. So okay, so let's see. Where's the angel part? Let's see. Thank you, Freddie. You might be the first. Oh, Leo. Did I write Leo? Hold on, y'all. Let me check real quick. You're the first person to say Leo, so y'all kind of far down on the list today. I'll let y'all know the order in a second. All right, so where is Angel at? They're fine. Okay, so they ended something. They're finding out more information and they're waiting. Here's the King of Wands. So they got the information. They can see the truth about something. You know what's interesting too? The angel part is not a significant character. They're not coming out as a major arcana. So it's like, I feel like that's why you're telling somebody like, hey, like, don't focus on that energy. Don't focus on that person. If you need to hear this, there's almost like no reason for somebody to be controlling the Sagittarius. They're not. I mean, I feel like in this scenario, they're not a big deal. Now, they could be the person who is focused. And maybe you're like, hey, you know, don't distract so-and-so or something like that. But they're not a major arcana here. And I feel like that's what an Aquarius needs to know, or that's what a specific group of people needs to know. Okay. All right. Maybe somebody's telling you what to do, or I don't know. Hey there. Thank y'all, Campbell's. All right. What else is Angel doing? I don't know why it would control them. Okay, style. So they could be with a Cancer, or they're moving forward with something, or they're doing something their own way. I don't know. What would be the dominant energy, or what's supposed to control them? I don't really know. Yeah, no, they intentionally know. I mean, they instinctually know that they're supposed to invest in whatever they're doing, style, or they know that they're supposed to work with a Cancer. All right, so that is what they're doing. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, all right, that's your reading. So y'all let me know. I need to stop saying I don't know, because I do know, but I know it's going to make sense later. All right, what's the outcome here for you? There's the focus. Yeah. So I see, yeah, focus and change. I feel like this is the thing. Somebody is very focused on making an actual shift or a change. What is this going to change in somebody's life or in your life when they're focused on this outcome? All right, we've got ambition and guidance. Yeah, so this is what it starts with. I feel like too, this can make somebody very professional. Maybe they come off more professional because they're more focused. Yeah, this could be, you know, within yourself and things like that. All right. One more thing for the Pisces, just because I see the Seven of Swords, the Two of Cups, Sun card here. If you are, like, and I just want to say this, if you're watching for the intention of like a love reading, just because the Two of Cups can be about relationships, I'm getting there as an energy because I didn't pull the love card at all here. I feel like the center of this reading is for you to focus on your career, if anybody is wondering. All right, so I feel like that is what you need to focus on, and that is what's going to actually change the position that you're in at the current moment. All right. All right, so that was Pisces. If y'all are just now joining, the way that we do it is we go in order of first come, first serve, of people dropping their signs in the chat. So we are not going in order of the zodiac. If anybody wants personal readings, you do have to do you can do the $5 Cash App while we are live. And I do those questions in between the zodiac signs, or you can do your personal reading, all right? So real quick, let me let y'all know the order that we're going in. We just finished Pisces. So we're going to do Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Gemini, Aries, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Aquarius, Leo. Do I have everybody? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 is one missing. Aries, Taurus. Oh, Cancer. All right, so Cancer will be the last one. Yeah. All right, so Libra is up next, y'all. Libra is up next. Oh, yeah, you said you want to go back to work and move. Yeah. All right, y'all. Ooh, I'm hot. Sorry if I'm all hot and sweaty. And I got to make sure this oil don't drip in my eye. All right, Libras. Let's see. What is the situation for the Libras? What's the situation for the Libras here? Okay, intuition. All right, following gut instincts, trusting your gut, being intentional. This is also I always tell people there is a difference between your intuition and spirituality. So this is something like a gut instinct, something spiritual. All right, so you said the cards are so big. I didn't make them, but... All right, so we're talking about intuition here. All right, what is intuition telling us here in this reading? Peace. All right, so intuition is telling us peace, hustle, and potential. So I feel like somebody instinctually knows that there is a good investment here, hustle and potential. Okay. And then we've got angels. So if it is a Sag, they know to invest in themselves. Yesterday, when I pulled Sagittarius, they had the High Priestess, the Six of Pentacles, and the Temperance. All right, so it was literally intuition telling themselves to invest in themselves. Somebody may see potential in this individual if it's somebody else around them or something like that. So instinctually, we know a good idea here money-wise. All right, so what role do you play here, Libras? Let's see, what role do you play here? Okay, your ambition. Okay, so you're building up something, you're working on something. All right. What other energy should you be in here, Libras? You guys can have Sag placements as well. So if this has anything to do with something that you're building on or working, you're like, okay, bet this is a good idea. I can invest in myself. All right, what other energy should you be in here, Libras? Okay, self-love. So I think we had something like that the last couple of days. So manage your emotions, focus on yourself. Your energy is the same cards that just came out in the Pisces reading. And that may be why Angel came out in that reading as well. You're supposed to be focused on your career and controlling your emotions. That is going to cause the change that you need to see here. Now, if you're overworking yourself with ambition and you're very, very focused with self-love, make sure you take like a self-care day. Make sure you're eating, try to exercise. When I say these things, y'all, it is easier said than done. I have definitely been in positions and jobs where I was not able to take care of myself, okay? Please, so I'm not judging, but it's just, make sure that you take time to care about yourself, focus on yourself, things like that. All right? So let's see, with self-love, you said you'll give me a 9 out of 10, not bad. The type of man that types stuff like that, he probably got like the hardest beard belly and the patchiest beard. And like the worst acne, the nastiest skin. Those be them type of men. All right, so let's see. Actually, let me clip you. Thanks for the content. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hopefully, let me clip it. All right, so let's see. Oh, it did. Yes. There we go. That's how you get clips, y'all. If y'all if y'all ever do content, Clip the trolls. That's the best. You said you're 6'5", 196 pounds. I doubt it. If you are, I know that mug is mugging. I can tell. Good looking men don't sit around doing that on the internet. All right, so let's see. So what do you need to do out of self-love, Libras? What do you need to do out of self-love? Let's see. I know that mug is mugging. All right, so sexuality. So out of self-love with sexuality, this is Gemini energy. If you're working with a Gemini, I would get advice from them, get some information from them. But this is also an air energy. This is about thinking something through, being logical, making sure that you have a good decision for yourself before moving forward. I would also do some research. All right, so I'm also getting two. It's interesting because ambition to me is Virgo, and Gemini and Virgo are both ruled by Mercury. But you're doing like the more material part of something. I feel like you need to think something through, get a very logical plan first. Make sure it's a very clear decision. Let me get one more. Okay, you've got connectivity. There's defense. So so you're going to realize why something is being blocked out when you think about this. Okay, so what's being blocked out here? Because you could be building something up and you're kind of wondering, yeah, passion and leadership. Oh, okay. Okay, so with ambition versus leadership, right? You could be... And this, when I give this advice, I'm not telling anybody just go quit their job. We live in a real world and you still have to pay rent and bills and stuff like that. I'm not saying like just automatically quit your job and start a business. But what I'm saying is I feel like you're working for somebody else or you're doing something for someone else. And out of self-love, you would realize that there is a certain decision that's blocking your desire to want your own business. Now, some people just don't want their own business. And that's fine too. But I feel like the combination here, this looks like somebody that is possibly investing in themselves or people see potential in this person. That may be why that's coming out. I feel like too, the people that you're partnered with or the people that you're dating, your mindset around those types of people or something like that, or the people you're working with. This can also be people you're surrounded by. I feel like that is causing a blockage in your desire to own your own business or do a side hustle or do something on your own. Even if you want to continue in a 9-to-5 and you want to be a manager or a supervisor, it's almost like you're content in a certain position instead of wanting that promotion or wanting to grow. Like there are a lot of people who work and they don't want to manage people, right? Or they don't want to be in charge. But I feel like there is something directly connected to that though. All right, so let's see. I feel like there's something directly correlated with you not wanting to progress, initiate something, build something. So let's see. Yeah, that could be sexuality right there, literally, like a partnership or who you're having sex with. Yeah, see here, yeah, the Magician energy. Something causes you... Now, remember, your advice is self-love. Something causes you to be more emotionally connected or more emotionally invested in other people. Yeah, the Ace of Wands, the Devil card, Knight of Cups, and then the Hierophant. You're more emotionally attached, and that's where your inspiration is going. Something becomes fixed. So the Devil card is the energy of initiation because it's a cardinal sign. It's Capricorn. It's almost like the person who is leading, they kind of convince you to stay in a position. So this could be the person you work for, work with, people around you. Let's see. What are you doing out of love here with the Queen of Cups? Let's see. What are you doing out of love? Yeah, humor. You could be fantasizing. It's like you're comfortable, kind of comfortable where you are. What is the Devil card real quick? Yeah, truth. I feel like that is literally the... I don't know, if you have a Capricorn around you, they may be able to see this. What else do you have the opportunity to do with Ace of Pentacles? You got confidence here, personality, peace again, and then strength. So I feel like there's an energy where you kind of don't want to put yourself out there. All right, well, what other energy should you be in here, Libras? Okay, so you got defiance. Yeah, what do you need to go against here? Okay, yeah, fight. That could be a distract. Okay, you got fight and knowledge. If I don't know if somebody's going to tell you this, I wouldn't argue with this. They're correct. Like if somebody close to you is saying this. All right, what do you need to do instead? I'm also getting to somebody wants you to get distracted or fight or argue here. Yeah, there's dominance. Yeah, dominance and defiance. So this is the thing, right? I feel like you're going to be upset or you're going to want to... It's somewhat control your... How do I want to say this? Control your envy or control your jealousy or your hatred for something. Because that hatred is going to make you want to fight or argue or something like that. Let's see. What is dominance and defiance? Let me get this deck. What energy should you be in with dominance and defiance? Like control the spite almost. All right, so here's the Wheel of Fortune. Somebody's going to look back and remember something that you said as well. Like I can see this. Literally, we're looking back at this time. We're looking back at this date. Something also you're going... now I'm taking another turn. So it's kind of like you're going to want to challenge something. But something has a specific date, time, deadline. There's a specific schedule to something. So don't forget that. I don't even know what the intuition part had to do. I forgot about that. What is it? Okay, so wait, what is the instinct part? Because I didn't pull the High Priestess. But there is somebody's going to remember a specific date, time that like you're supposed to do something. All right, what's the instinct part here? Oh, okay. The King of Wands, a Fool, and the World card. So whoever this is, they literally, as soon as they look at something, they instinctually know something's done from start to finish. There's nothing for them to question. So they're not going through any loopholes or there's like no mistakes. Like if you got this energy, it's literally like, all right, I can look at you and tell. Or I can look at this situation right away and tell what's going on. Or... as soon as I see this new idea, I know exactly what direction I need to go in with it. It's literally from start to finish. There's nothing else in between. Okay, now, so I don't know what that has to do with you. If they can't... I feel like, too, somebody could have come up with an idea and they automatically know what to do with it. So they do the research on it and they follow all the steps through to complete it. Okay, we'll find out what that is later. It'll make sense. All right, so that was Libra. Let's see. Scorpio is next. We don't usually do these signs early. Pisces is Scorpio. All right. Let's see. So just to reiterate the order we going in, y'all. If y'all are on TikTok, this will be up on YouTube and timestamp. So if you miss your sign, it will be up there. But we are not going in order. We're going in order of first come, first serve. So we did Pisces, Libra, Scorpio. We're going to do Sag, Gemini, Aries, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Aquarius, Leo, and Cancer. All right, so that is the order in which we will do it. TikTokers, do not get scammed. This is my only page. I will never DM you for readings. And the only way you can get readings is the link in my bio. All right, it will be 30-minute YouTube video. It's unlisted and only you can see it. All right. All right, Scorpios. What is the scenario surrounding my Scorpios? What's going on with the Scorpios here? Okay, we've got love. All right, so doing something out of love for somebody, romance, making sure that another individual feels good about themselves and things like that. Making sure somebody is accommodated. All right, what role do you play here, Scorpios? What role do you play here? Okay, knowledge. So you know you have information on something. What are you knowledgeable about? You could have been also the person that was in the Libra reading, knowing that they're doing something out of love. All right, but what do you have knowledge about here, Scorpios? What do you know? Okay, versatility. All right. So, in a couple of ways, you know that if this is within yourself, you know that you're very creative. You know that you can make something work. You know you've integrated like the lessons that you've learned. Now, in a literal sense, somebody may know that somebody is pregnant. If you're wondering if anybody around you is pregnant, they are. But I feel like you know that somebody, like in the Empress energy, that somebody could be a good mom or a good nurturer, but I feel like somebody's very creative, very skilled here. All right, again, like I said, that could be you. Okay. All right, so what energy do you need to be in with this knowledge? Oh, wait, that was a lot. Oh, you're a Libra starting to date a Scorpio. All right, so what do you need to do with this information, Scorpios? What do you need to do with this information? Okay, resist. Okay. Now, if you know, I just gotta say it for the ladies. Like, if you know you're ovulating or something, don't go have sex. Or, all right, I feel like somebody too. We're talking about love. I feel like somebody may know somebody is married or in a relationship. But let's see. What else do you need to resist here, Scorpios? Now, again, if this is within yourself, just like you know you're creating something or making something new for yourself, starting a project, you may need to resist like certain distractions and things like that. All right, but what else do you need to resist here, Scorpios? Order. Order, leadership, spirituality, and leadership. You need to resist trying to organize something. That's odd. Okay, or what would you normally consider first in this scenario? Oh, okay. Hustle and humor. Okay. So whatever's going on, you normally want to put money into like overindulgences. Libra did come out as humor. I'm not gonna lie. So maybe you normally want to give a Libra some money. Um, I wouldn't I would not right now. It's not a good time for you to put money into like indulgences. Going out and partying, drinking, whatever. That's not a good idea for you to do right now. Okay. I feel like, too, whatever you normally spend money on first, don't do that. Because if you have to resist it, this is something you normally do. All right, so let's see. Welcome to the new subscriber. Welcome. Thank y'all for following as well on TikTok. All right, so let's see. Excuse me. Okay, the Five of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. So I do see somebody's looking back at how much they spent on something, and it looks like it didn't amount to anything. Yeah, the Five of Cups. So there is a loss here. There's the Empress. Okay, so knowledge and versatility. If you're wondering about somebody else, I don't know if that. I feel like this is you though. You have learned that lesson. You know not to do that. So there's no need. I wouldn't spend money on that. All right, the Eight of Pentacles, there's a King of Cups again. So somebody is very focused on making sure that they're comfortable first. The Ten of Swords, and then here's a Strength. There could be something dealing with a Leo as well. But something needs to be repetitive and consistent. So if you're repetitively putting money away, saving it, go ahead and do that. I'm also getting to, if you're spending money on an indulgence, right? You're going out drinking or whatever, you're going to a party, I feel like that could mess up like health consistency here. All right, something, yeah, something definitely caused a loss here. What other lesson did we learn? Somebody's like, yeah, I'm not going to put money into that. Like somebody is looking back at all the times they did that or something. Yeah, somebody knows to keep focusing on what they're creating. They know to, because I feel like too, what I'm getting is somebody has looked back at all the times where they were creating something and they, with the Five of Cups, it's like they just stopped. All right, so yeah, do not, this is a pretty straightforward reading. This is not a good time to like, oh, I'm going to go splurge or I'm going to go, you know, something. Basically, if you don't need it, don't go buy it. It's pretty self-explanatory. If you have responsibilities as a parent, no matter what your gender is, I feel like this would not be a good, it's like, you know, school is coming up, or you know the kid needs something or something like that. All right, what's the outcome here for y'all? What's the outcome here for you? Love, dominance, and personality. Wow, that's almost like love is controlling how somebody thinks or acts. So this is also a scenario where like, if somebody has the abilities to be very creative or do really well, they're allowing like a relationship that they're in. This is not really how somebody would act. They're only acting like this because they're in love or they want people to love them or something. What the fuck? I feel like too, if there is a situation where children are involved, because I'm getting at with this the Emperor Strength combination, somebody may be kind of like changing their entire identity about like, because they have a child, but you guys can work on that how you see fit. I feel like too, if somebody was building something and they're worried about how they look or appear in the dating world or in their love life, that caused the loss or something like that. That's a very strange as the outcome. I mean, it's not that strange, it happens. All right, so that was Scorpio. Sagittarius is next, y'all. Sag is next. Oh, Lord, I don't know when the office opens, but I hope I'm the first person that they come see, because we gonna die in here. All right, let's see. We're gonna have to go somewhere. Thank you for the gift. Thank you. We're gonna have to go to the library or something. Get some air conditioning. Oh, I just put the order in last night, so unfortunately, I can't blame them. It just happened, and it was because the battery died on the thermostat, so it said low battery, and then it died like an hour later. So yeah, unfortunately, I can't blame them yet. All right, what's the energy surrounding the Sagittarius is? Let's see. That's why I say I'm gonna wait till a certain time. What's the energy surrounding the Sagittarius? Let's see. Oh, welcome. If you're, we did already do Libra, so it is up on my YouTube, and my username is the same across the board. All right, so let's see. What is the energy surrounding the Sagittarius is? Oh, yourself. All right, Sagittarius, or another Sagittarius if you are in, you know, if you know another Sag. This can also be your rising sign, moon sign, if you have a combination, but the center of the reading is yourself. All right, so what about yourself, Sagittarius? You came out in the Pisces and the Libra readings so far. All right, so what about yourself, Sagittarius? Excuse me. Okay, strength. Okay, so let me get another one. You got fight and knowledge. Okay, looks like there's an issue between a Leo and a Scorpio. Are you involved in a scenario with a Leo and a Scorpio, or there's a conflict or a fight? Okay, I'm also getting two about you is your own strengths. Okay, we got let's figure. Yeah, okay, so there is something with a Scorpio, definitely. They're here. Okay. I feel like too there's something about what a Leo is conflicted about. All right, what's your current scenario? Y'all know it'll make sense to me tomorrow, and I'm be like, oh, this was it's like no, all right, what's your energy, Sagittarius, currently? Let's see. Okay, so your knowledge too. So you and Scorpio are both in a knowledge position. Let's write that down real quick. So let's see what you have knowledge about. If you're wondering, so this is a good reading like for yourself. Like if you're wondering if you're on the right path or if you have the right information, you do. All right. We didn't do Capricorn yet. It's next. Or not next. I'm sorry. It's coming up. It's not next. It's Gemini, Aries, and then Capricorn. All right. What do you have knowledge about, Sagittarius? So you already have the information. What do you already know here? Order. Okay, so Scorpio had knowledge of versatility. They were supposed to resist order. You already know the order. You already know the order in which something is supposed to occur. You already know how to organize something. You already know how to plan something. Okay, all right. So what do you know should be considered first in your plan or in this situation? What do you know should be considered first or put first? You've got vision, passion, and humor. So we talked about for Scorpio that they want to spend money on humor. That is what they are supposed to resist. All right. And then we saw that Libra was in an energy of humor. There you are, Angel, again. Hustle, connectivity. Let me get one more. And then self-love. So there could be, I don't know if you're dealing with a Libra or not, but I feel like there is a direct correlation between the money that you're spending or receiving and being able to control your emotions. Now, when you see vision, passion, and humor, right? If you're just desiring always to indulge or whatever, and that's how it kind of controls your emotions, of course you're going to spend more money if that's what we're talking about. But okay, let's see. All right, we got the Ace of Swords, so there's clarity. I don't even know how she sleep right now. Hold on, y'all. Let me take this cover off of her because it's too hot. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, she gonna mess around and have a heat stroke. Okay. All right, let's get 8 cards. All right, so if you're wondering, you already know what's going on. You can already see something. I'm also getting to with vision, passion, and humor, right? If we're talking about like the zodiac from Aries to Pisces, this is about knowing ourselves and then making decisions that will result in something happy in the end. All right, so I feel like if you're talking about like temporary happiness or something like that, you're like, no, I want to plan ahead, or I want to make sure that something in the end will work out. All right, but let's see what else. Let's see. Let's get 8 cards here. Okay, so somebody's ignoring you, right? 4 cups of temperance. Yeah, I don't know if you're offering something. It doesn't, we'll clarify, but if you're trying to offer somebody something, they do not want it. So I feel like you end up using it for yourself, just the way that this is depicted. All right, so there's the Lovers. That's Gemini, and then the Hermit. All right, we got 3 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. There's Hustle and the Hangman. All right, so first of all, if you're trying to hand something to somebody, they do not want it. You're like, okay, bet I'm going to give it to, there could be a Gemini and a Virgo here. You're like, okay, I'm going to give it to them, or I'm going to share it with them. Here's you getting more information on where to put money into. 3 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, a 10 of Pentacles. And you have the Hangman, which can be Pisces. So, all right, so who is this right here? I'm also getting, that's not somebody outside of yourself. You're like, yeah, I know I'm not going to be satisfied if I do that. I know I'm not going to like that. Or somebody's like mad that you're there. It looks like somebody's mad that you're right there, or mad that you're trying to give them something. The Son of Baskets. This might be within you. What are you trying to give somebody in the Temperance? So don't forget, you do have the knowledge. I feel like you're coming out as a major arcana in your own reading. Oh, intuition. First of all, don't ignore your own intuition, Sagittarius. Literally, that's what you're trying to... If this is you within yourself, you're like, okay, Sag, like, all right, we know to do this, but it's like you're ignoring it. Don't ignore it. You may go and try to listen to other people. But if you're trying to show somebody like, look, I have a good plan, or I already know what to do, they don't want to hear it. Okay. So don't... Oops. So don't try to share it with somebody. Let's see. What is your intuition telling you here? And don't ignore your own intuition. Excuse me. Okay, change. What needs a change? What is the current scenario? Sexuality, Gemini. Who did I say that for? Libra? What does it need to change into? I already pulled Sag twice. Okay, truth. So here's the thing, right? If this is within yourself and you're still listening to other people, because Gemini is opposite of you, I wouldn't do that. You intuitively know that, but maybe a part of you is like, oh, I shouldn't. You know what I'm getting to, women? This is like another fire sign man. This can be like another Sag. It's like an Aries, Leo, Sag. It's like you're right about something, but they don't want you to do that. All right, what is the truth that you see? Because remember, you have vision. Yeah, potential and luck. So I feel like you're like, okay, if you're telling somebody like, look, this is a good opportunity, you should do this, that, and the third, they don't even want to hear it, or they don't even want to listen to it. So don't share it with them. Use it for yourself. I feel like too... Damn, you got luck again. What is the opportunity for you, Sagittarius? Because I would use this for yourself. Yeah, connectivity, style, and change. Okay. Why? Okay, what is the root? I feel like I pulled too many. Hold on. Because I might need to use your face again. All right, so why does somebody not want to listen to what you're saying here? What is the root of somebody not listening to what you're saying? Love, attitude, and pride. Maybe they feel like you're being egotistical. There's personality, intuition again, dominance, and rebellion. If this is within yourself, you already know what to do. Do not question yourself. I don't know what would... It may be other people outside of you that may make you question yourself. But somebody, I don't know, maybe somebody's perceiving it to be egotistical. Don't forget, you are the center of your own reading. You are the first major arcana that is coming out. So there's nothing that you need to question here. Like this is it. So you're fine. I feel like you know what to do or how to create something here. What do you know if this is about an opportunity or money, I guess, or a career, what do you know to put your money into? I feel like it's a decision, maybe money-wise. Yeah, style and versatility. I feel like you know to create something yourself or create something your own way. And also you're making a decision to continue going forward. You don't have to go backwards. I see, like for you right now, there's nothing that you have to rethink or reconsider. All right, if you're wondering if you made the wrong decision or anything, or if you're on the wrong path, you're not. I feel like you're just questioning that maybe because of other people. Now let's figure out what the strength fight part is, because I didn't even pull Leo here. So what is strength and fight here and knowledge? It's like a Leo is conflicting with a Scorpio in the background of this or something. Or a Leo got in a fight with a Scorpio or some shit. I don't know, child. Let's see. So what is the strength part for you? There's a Queen of Wands, King of Swords. Yeah, the Four of Cups. Do not... Okay, you need to know that you're making the right decision, or your intuition is right, or your timing is right. Because you got the Four of Cups again. Who is this? Let's just make sure it's not you ignoring your own intuition. Who is in the Four of Cups? You know what? Oh, I know what this is. I know what this is. If you ever... This is the... Okay, sorry, y'all. This is the root of you questioning yourselves, Sagittarius. This is what it is. You were right about something. You told somebody they didn't like that. They're ignoring it because what are they ignoring or what don't they like is the High Priestess. So you were right about something, and that's why you start to question yourself. That's what it is. That's what this reading is telling you. So okay, so, or this could be a scenario where you kept ignoring your intuition or something like that, but I feel like this is something outside of you. What is this right here? Yeah, that's odd. Yeah, the Nine of Cups, the Four of Pentacles. It could be a Scorpio. We got the Death card, Justice, Hangman. The Death card is here. I feel like, too, somebody does not want to give you something or they want to withhold something. And I'm still not sure what that has to do with the strength energy. But... Let's see. All right, so what other energy should you be in here, Sagittarius, for yourself? Yeah, hustle. Thank you. When I get hustle, pay attention to how much money you're making and spending. But I do feel like in this scenario, you'll be able to receive something. You have the Three of Coins, Two of Pentacles, Ten of Coins. Let's see. What is the outcome here for you? Uh-oh. Hold on, y'all. They added a note. Let me see what they said. I hope they come fix it, Lord. Oh, okay. They said it was a duplicate order because I put that the battery died and the air wasn't working. Because I didn't know that that could even happen. All right, let's see. All right, so your energy is hustle. What is the outcome here for you, Sagittarius? Okay, innovation and resistance, defiance, and transition. Yeah, do not change your focus. Oh, something also is telling you to change what you're focused on as well. Do not change your focus. I'm also getting too, if you're wondering with the advice with hustle, I would take that as a deal with the people who want to work with you. Let's see what else. Hustle and innovation. This looks like something that you can put in to yourself that you're able to make. Ooh. You're going to see a new perspective too on something that you've been sending information about or learning information about. You are going to observe this. I'm also getting to, you're going to look into more options. And when you're looking for more options, I would look for something that's more cost effective. You are going to find a more cost effective option. You know what's odd too? You're going to get a new perspective on tarot readings, or you're going to get a new perspective on the things that you've been reading and researching. You're going to get a new perspective on like some information that you've been learning. Whatever this is for y'all, because I know everybody doesn't do tarot, but whatever this information, a rule book, regulation, something that you've been studying, you're going to get new perspective on this information. I'll give y'all an example for myself. So y'all know I've been working on my own decks, and I did my own tarot deck already, and I'm working on my own oracle deck. Part of the reason that I wanted to do an oracle deck is like I realized some of the oracle decks, like I really like the hip hop oracle one. But like some of them are real like fantastical, and they don't really give you an actual answer. Like it's not really helpful. And then I noticed like when it's time for me to do like certain career readings and things like that. Hold on, let me adjust this TikTok puzzle. And then when I notice when it's time for me to do certain career readings for people, I have to go through lengths to like really interpret, because there are very few decks that actually incorporate like business opportunities, money opportunities. A lot of things are centered around love, and I do feel like that is intentional. I feel like now it may not be intentional in the way that like women are purposely doing it, but I feel like because a lot of women are kind of streamlined to focus on love and relationships. That's why a lot of the oracle decks that are created, that's all it focuses on. And it's like, okay, I'm asking about a job and it's giving me a card that say it's a new romantic cycle. It's like that I don't care about that. Like that doesn't really help me. So I feel like there could be something that you're reading, learning, that you look at, you're going to start to look at differently. You're going to get more information from it. Also, like when I'm reading cards, I can read cards in a million different ways, you know. So yeah, you said we're so emotional. No, we're not emotional. We're brainwashed. Every human is emotional. We're not. That's not what it is. We're brainwashed into caring about love 24/7. Seriously. All right, so let's see. Hi, Michael. We got another basement bum. Thank you, famously unknown. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're not emotional, ladies. I don't know if y'all met men. They're very emotional to me. I don't know. I don't know if y'all ever really I never met a man that was not emotional. That is a myth. That is a myth. All right, but I feel like you're just going to look at something differently that you're reading. But you are going to learn to follow your intuition more. Do not ignore it. You said watch them prove that point and say something stupid. Oh, y'all don't see them on YouTube. They're crazy on YouTube. TikTok, it be a couple that come in, but YouTube, they be wildin'. Or like if I post a TikTok video, I know how to get them riled up. Oh my God, men argue with me every day on TikTok. It's so easy to trigger men. But all right. Anyways, that was a side note. Okay, Gemini is next. You said lust is a part of love. Yeah, that's I feel like that's what people think love is. It's really just lust most times. All right, Geminis. What is the scenario for my Geminis? Let's see. What is the energy for my Geminis? You said lust is sin. Oh Lord, here we go. If that's what y'all believe, you might want to leave this live right now. This is not the live for you. All right, that doesn't even make sense. My natural attraction to a human being is a sin. That literally makes no sense. All right, what's the center surrounding your reading, Geminis? You got to be logical over here, y'all. We use logic. All right, voice. So the center of the reading is voice and important conversation. All right, what is being talked about here? Now, if this is the center of your reading, this could be something that's being said online in public around a bunch of people. You asked for Aquarius. Aquarius is going to be number 10, so it's going to take a little while. All right, so voice. All right, so what is being discussed here, Geminis? Okay, transition. So literally somebody could be talking about, like, in the literal sense, moving, relocating, changing jobs, or like somebody just like, yeah, we're moving on from this. This could be a transition in mindset as well. All right, I already did Libra. That's up on my YouTube. All right, so what role do you play here, Geminis? All right, self-love. So you're doing something to make sure that you're comfortable. You're putting yourself first. That's what you're doing. All right. What is the starting point that we're talking about here? Because it looks like that's the center of it. All right, so we got style, Cancer energy. And what are we moving towards here? Okay, humor. All right, so at first now, first of all, on a positive note, right, if we're already on a path moving forward, it's going to be a good idea. It's going to end up being a good plan here. Oh, humor, order, connectivity, and self-love. So this is the thing, right? If somebody is focused on like constantly being happy, when I say it like that, I mean like I'm not talking about in like a self-preservation way, right? I'm talking about like in a way where you're pacifying yourself. So what do I mean by that? Is like, okay, I may not be happy to eat a salad, right? But that's more self-preservation. This is Gemini right now. I may not feel like eating a salad today, or I may not feel like eating green beans and shit like that, but that's self-preservation. Or I might rather go out, smoke, drink, but I can't. That's self-preservation. Self-love, it's like somebody is they have a mindset where you're automatically supposed to be happy first, or you're automatically supposed to overindulge first, or like pleasures are always supposed to come first. So make sure that that's not the issue. Make sure that that's not something that you're doing. All right, what other energy should you be in here, Geminis? Let's see. What? Okay, let me hide you. I'm literally doing a Gemini reading. What are we talking about? Why are you saying? She's talking about Pisces. Gemini is mad about Pisces. Y'all gotta chill, man. Y'all gotta chill. Everything is 37 people on TikTok and it's 41 people on YouTube. Okay, y'all. These are general. Everything's general. Every Gemini in the world is not dealing with the same person. Please, please. I have to block people when it gets a little. If there's any spiritual psychosis going on, I gotta block people. Okay, my YouTube is the same username. It's EeshUrHeartOut on there as well. So if you search that username, it should come up. I wasn't able to link it anymore on TikTok. All right, so what energy should you be in here, Geminis? Yeah, emotions, exactly. I feel like you're almost... Yeah, there you go. That's your card. Yeah, connectivity and defiance. It's almost like you're willing to do anything in a situation to make sure that you feel okay. There are going to be situations where you're not going to feel good. You can't, it's like every time I'm angry, I can't go drink. Every time I get upset, I can't go smoke. Like you're going to have to try to level yourself out or manage yourself here. All right, let's get the tarot. Let's see. Okay, so we're starting out with the Nine of Swords. All right, so we're starting out with like some anxieties here, worries. There's the Two of Cups, the Seven of Swords. Pisces came out as the Seven of Swords, so that was that Pisces that was... Oh! Wait, slow down. Let me go back because the Pisces reading right. Hold on, I just got to point this out. Remember in the Pisces reading when I said they're trying to control a Sagittarius? Or they have to not try to control a Sagittarius. That was me doing the reading. That was her yelling about, oh no, Gemini talking about Pisces. That's her. The Seven of Swords. That's crazy. All right, so anywho, that's coming out in the reading. All right, and then, yeah, so we got the Nine of Swords to the Four of Swords. It's almost like We're anxious and then we make an emotional decision so that we can not be worried anymore. So we need to get to the root of what's causing the worry. The Knight of Wands, Seven of Cups, Two of Swords, and then there's the Star card. So what I will say is, first of all, plan ahead for something. Whenever I get the Star card, that's about planning ahead. You're thinking, you're making a decision in the now. And that decision is like it's a trap mindset. It's like your emotions in the moment have you like doing something kind of crazy. So what are you worried about, or what's the root of the anxiety? Perspective. You could be worried about how you look. What are you doing then? It's like you're worried about how you look. Something's not working out. You have the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Cups. What is your intended outcome, Geminis? Because you're worried about how you appear. Okay, luck. You either want something to go your way, you want something to be easier, you want like more time, or like a certain, like you want something to go a specific way. What is actually going to occur with the Seven of Swords, Seven of Cups? Because that to me is like you need to look into other options or pay attention to something else. Yeah, courage, change, and rebellion. This is not, so you may think something is going to be repetitive. It's always like that. That's not how it's going to go. Or you want to shift something to kind of go in your favor. How do you feel like you're viewed right now? You're like, oh, like I don't want to be viewed that way. And so you're kind of, you look like you're viewed as controlling. Or like you're forcing people to listen to you, or you're forcing people to be around you. You're like, no, I don't want to look controlling. What is the Star card for you? Yeah, finesse. We can see that. I feel like you need to plan ahead, first of all, for your own self. You need to plan ahead here, but it's like, I don't know. It's almost like you're too worried about what other people think. So what are you doing? Let's start with that. You feel like you're looked at as like controlling, abusive, or something. Maybe not. I mean, abusive is a strong word, but so what are you doing first of all? And then you're worried about how you're looked at. Yeah, you are the Page of Swords, so you are kind of like the Page of Swords, the energy where you could be spying on somebody. You may be like, pages are messengers, so you may be saying something in a very harsh manner. What are you observing, or who are you observing? Or you're saying something in a very harsh manner, and you're like, no, I don't want to look like I'm spying. I don't want to look like I'm controlling. Yeah, the Chariot. That was, so this is what we're talking about. That was the center of the reading. You're like, what is everybody saying about Cancer? Or, okay. Yeah, and then the High Priestess. You're like watching a Sagittarius or a Cancer. You're like spying on somebody who's following their intuition, or you're like spying on someone. Or you could be arguing with them. You're like, no, come back here. Or I don't know what. It's like somebody intuitively knows to leave or move on. Okay. And how do you think you'll be viewed? Now, I'll tell you this too. This can also be like, just maybe this is your first time watching tarot or something. You're like, oh, people will judge me for watching tarot or something like that. There's the Nine of Swords again. All right, let's see. So, yeah, this is Gemini. How do you think you'll be viewed? Yeah, the Star card again. Maybe you feel like somebody is going to... this is the thing. You either feel like somebody's going to compare you to an Aquarius, literally, or you feel like an entire group of people are going to see you, or you feel like you may feel like this person's going to see you watching them or something like that. You're like, nah, don't. Yeah, it's like, no, they're going to talk about me, or that Sagittarius, that Cancer, they're going to talk about me, or this entire group, they're going to see me. That's what you're worried about, or something like that. Or you feel like, too, like I said, you don't want to be viewed as controlling. It's almost like you feel like you're watching somebody, you're paying too close attention to someone. Okay. What is this could be a Cancer with the Chariot and the High Priestess, but what is the High Priestess doing? You feel like you're trying to control them or something, or you're trying to... Blocking out skill, knowledge, and spirituality. So if intuition is here, somebody intuitively knows to say no, like, okay, no, there's something spiritual that somebody's like, no, we're not going to believe in that, or we're not going to do that. But they know to do that, though. It's instinct. Let's see. I do want to, let me just drop in the middle of this, because I do have to clarify. At the end of that Pisces reading, I did say that if you're watching as a Pisces and you want to see something about love, that is not what it was supposed to be about. That girl that was saying, like, oh, Gemini's dealing with Pisces, Gemini's dealing with Pisces, that's literally like this reading. It's almost like somebody try to control the reading. But I feel like, Gemini, for you, you're afraid that, like, somebody, maybe you want a reading and you feel like, oh, I'm spying, or I'm being too controlling, or somebody's going to see me watching. It's something like that. What does the High Priestess know to do here? They're blocking out like a Libra or something. Yeah, it's something about a crowd of people. It's almost like somebody knows that you don't want to be seen, or you don't want a crowd. It's like you're worried about how you're viewed. That is the center of your entire reading, or something has everything to do with like an entire group of people. If you're wondering about money, I feel like, thank you. If you're wondering about money, there is like a spiritual mindset around money that is not... You need to unlock that mindset, because if your plan is luck, right? You feel like something's just going to fall in your lap, or like, okay, I'm Gemini, this is going to be automatic for me. You're assuming that something is going to just be like, you're kind of basing it on a fantasy a little bit with humor. I feel like if you're going into something financially, you need to prepare for the fact that you pretend like you don't know what will happen, right? What I mean by that is not that you won't be able to follow intuition, or you can't plan ahead, but when it comes to money, act like the most crazy thing can happen to your money, right? It's like, make sure that you're still saving, or make sure, because something is like this looks like a mental manipulation to me. This is like a mental mindset that has you trapped in believing in something. But somebody intuitively knows to block that part out. They're like, nah, that's manipulation. That doesn't make sense. What other energy should you be in here, Geminis? You're reading had a lot in it. Let's see. Yeah, hustle. That was Sagittarius's advice as well. Yeah, hustle and leadership. All right, what is the outcome here for you? That girl kind of messed y'all read up. Let's see. What's the outcome here for you, Gemini? Yeah, see, innovation, ambition, spirituality, and respect. I feel like, yeah, something is manipulation. So, but you are going to be able to create something with innovation. So just... I would work on try to manage your emotions, or try to deal with all emotions in this state, or in this situation that you're in. Because there can also be a mindset that you assume that something's going to automatically make you happy and keep you happy, or like there's this assumption that there's an automatic happy ending, but it's like life is continuous and There's ebbs and flows. Nobody's ever going to be happy 24/7. Like, I don't care what you have, what you look like. So try not to have like that mindset. Let's see what else here. What's the outcome? Yeah, there's a 10 of Pentacles. There's your Ace of Wands. And then you're going to be inspired on what to spend money on. You got the 6 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups. Yeah, see, there's something about investing in something in the moment. You're going to figure out what that... There's the Empress. All right, you're going to figure out what that is. It's going to make sense to you. All right, Geminis, that was all over the place. Okay, Aries is next. Aries is next. Hi there on Twitch. We're doing it general, Cheddar Toaster. Why are all the Twitch names are so always weird? But we're doing it by zodiac sign. But if you missed your sign, this is also up on my YouTube channel. And I will timestamp it. I'm going to let y'all know which signs I've done so far, too. So far we did Pisces, Aquarius, Pisces, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Gemini. And now we're doing Aries, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Aquarius, Leo, and Cancer. Oh, you're a lion? All right, well, Leo is second to last, unfortunately, so it is going to be a while. But, you know, you can watch for other signs and just see how it goes. All right, who I say? Aries, Aries. All right, Aries. What is the scenario surrounding the Aries here? Okay, mystery, a secret, something being hidden. But also with mystery is like the unknown, doing more research. You don't know what's going on, things like that. Let's see. Oh, celebrate your birthday. Happy birthday. Happy belated. All right, so what role do you play here, Aries? So the center of the reading is confusion, mystery, looking into something. Okay, so you're leadership. All right, so you're initiating a situation. You're the leader. You're the first to do something. All right, what are you leading here? Or what are you leading people to do? Okay, skill. You're leading people to work with a Libra. That's for a few of you. I'm also getting you're leading people to actually learn something. All right, they're actually studying something. Skill, potential, connectivity, resistance, and superstition. I feel like you're trying to get people to not worry, resist those worries, resist that anxiety. All right, but you're leading people to work with a Libra or to learn a certain skill set. Okay, let's see what mystery is here. There could also be an element of cause and effect as well. But what's hidden, or what are we trying to figure out about? Okay, knowledge. So hidden knowledge. So Sagittarius and Scorpio both had knowledge. All right. Hidden knowledge about what, really quick? I feel like, too, if we're talking about, like, mystery leading to knowledge, curiosity leading to knowledge. The reason we figure things out is because we're curious about it or we want to learn about it. All right, what does someone have knowledge about here? And we're going to figure out... Defense, spirituality, and innovation. Yeah, there's manipulation. Somebody knows that there's a spiritual belief system that manipulates people. So block that out. What does it manipulate people into doing? So when we say spirituality, it could be anything, y'all. It can be anything. It could be like, there's very few things spiritually that I would trust. I'll say it like that. And that's across the board. Spirituality, religions, it's a lot of, but that would be a whole nother video. Hey, welcome. Hey, Aisha. We did Sagittarius, by the way. We did Sagittarius at 43 minutes. All right, what does this belief system manipulate people into doing here? Okay, it says truth and then confidence. I'm also getting to, if we are talking about something spiritual, like actual like magic, hoodoo, voodoo, or whatever, somebody knows how to block that out. Or somebody knows how to protect themselves from that, or they know that, because I always say that intuition is different than spirituality. I've given this example before, so I'm so sorry to the people who heard it before. No, we didn't do Taurus yet. Taurus is in 2 more signs. So the difference between intuition and spirituality, and I've given this example, and I told you I was watching like the worst ex ever, where they be like killing their boyfriends and killing their girlfriends and shit. Mostly it was men killing, but we'll get to that. And in the it's not funny. In the show, the lady, she was saying that she was basically getting scammed by this man for $10,000, right? He wanted to get $10,000 from her. She knew not to give it to him. She kept saying, yeah, my gut told me I shouldn't do this, blah, blah, blah. They go to church the next day, and the pastor gives a sermon about helping people. So that spiritual belief system, that religious belief system confused her basically, and she gave the man the money, and he ran off with the $10,000. So that's when we talk about there's a difference between spirituality and your intuition. All right, we've been talking a couple of days too about like how there will be readers who get online, they'll argue with each other, they're fighting with each other, and instead of doing like an actual reading to help people, that there are readers who will manipulate a reading. All right, so there's all kinds of stuff. And that's why I say it doesn't fit just one belief system. All right, so I feel like that's what's going on. There's something where we know, like, okay, no, we're going to block out that belief system. We're not going to allow that to manipulate us into doing blah, blah, blah. All right, so your leadership and skill, you could be leading somebody to see something logically. Let's see what else too. What other energy do you need to be in here? You're leading people to work with a Libra or something like that. What other energy should you be in here? Okay, so you should be in mood. So you should ignore something, or it's imperative that you remember a certain regret that you've had or a certain loss here. What should you ignore, Libra? I'm sorry, Aries. What should you ignore here? And then we're going to see what you may realize you may regret. Okay, you got hustle and versatility. That was Scorpio and Sagittarius. And they had knowledge. I feel like something is not, that reading does not pertain to you. If you're wondering, if you want to go watch other readings, I wouldn't. The Sag and the Scorpio reading, that does not pertain to you. That's the first thing that I'm getting. All right, yeah, that part does not pertain to you. Let's see what else with mood. What might you have regretted in the past? And when I say that, it's about like learning from a mistake. So if you are leading people how to do something, I would incorporate like the mistakes that you made. Like, yeah, I did this, that, and the third. Don't do that. Don't go down that road, blah, blah, blah. So what might you have regretted? What might be the mistake here? Power and peace. So in this scenario, that's interesting. Somebody did tell you something and you did not listen. Power, peace, and guidance. What was said here? Aquarius told you. And Aquarius told you to look at something. And you didn't listen. So okay, so somebody's like, don't you see how this is connected to this? Somebody told you that and you did not listen. So slow down and remember that somebody told you, hey, like, this, remember this was connected to this. Remember when you did this, this happened. And it has something to do with your career, I'm getting. Somebody could be saying, it's like an Aquarius is saying something about how a Cancer may be directly connected to your career, or how a Cancer is directly connected to a Virgo. So somebody already told you this or something like that. All right, so let's get 8 cards. Yeah, Three of Cups, Knight of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. Literally, you're going to remember somebody saying this. It could have been a woman. There's a Chariot. This is also about memories as well. So I feel like there is a Cancer that remembers something and they walk away. They remember this. So they continue moving forward. There's a Devil card. So there's a Cancer remembers this, or they go back and they're looking at something. They're getting this information. They're proceeding to go talk to a Capricorn. They're like, yeah, Capricorn, don't you remember this? And then it's going to allow this person to do something successful. We're going to figure out where you are in that reading. That you could also be leadership, because Cancer and Capricorn is cardinal like yourself, and that's initiating. But somebody, it's like on some shit like, yeah, remember when we did this and we organized this? This is going to be successful. Here's your opportunity. Let's see, what does this person see here? It's a Cancer. I feel like these people are siblings. Yeah, okay, so they noticed a change. What was the situation before? Healing. What did it turn into here? Sexuality. So this is the thing. Somebody's like, look, you were doing well, or something was going well until you started dating so-and-so, or until you made this decision. Somebody was getting over something. They're going to remember that, and they're like, okay, bet, I'm going to walk away from that. I was doing well. I was on a good track. I'm not going to go backwards. If these are people, somebody could have been healing something and fixing a scenario, and then they started to deal with a Gemini again. Yeah, see, sexuality and mood. Like something, this is a scenario where like something was going well. Even if we're talking about like health or something like that, like your physical health, something was actually going well, and then we did this and it made me sick again. Or I was on a good track and I relapsed. Or, and I don't mean it like that. It don't have to be like nothing that deep. Relapse is a strong term. That's for like, but it could be that shit. But it's like, nah, something was going well, and it's like, damn, I reverted backwards. That's what somebody is going to remember. All right, what are they moving forward and doing here? I feel like somebody is also going to continue to keep this path. Like Devil card, Capricorn energy is set in stone. It's Saturn ruled. So somebody's like, I'm not going to change this. This is what I'm doing. I'm sticking to this diet, this workout plan, this career field, this career path, this work schedule. Like somebody's like, I'm not changing it. All right, let's see what else. What do we move forward towards here? All right, you got fight, angel, and respect. Could be a Sagittarius, Taurus, and there's intuition. Yeah, somebody's not going to get distracted from their intuition anymore. Somebody's like, yeah, I'm going to follow my instincts. I knew not to do that. I already fixed this problem. All right. What is I feel like you're going to remember this, or you need to look back on this. The significant signs that came out for you, you have Cancer, Capricorn, and Sagittarius. All right. What's the outcome for you, Aries? Yeah, emotions, potential, style, again, and strength. All right. That was Aries. All right, Capricorn is next, actually. So, Capricorns, y'all just came out in the Aries reading, but hold on one second. Let's take a little intermission. Hold on, y'all. All right, y'all. Thank you for your patience. All right, so again, Capricorns, y'all are in the Aries reading, so you might watch it. Okay. Ooh, I should have moosed that down. All right, let's see. Capricorns. All right, what is the energy surrounding the Capricorns here? Okay, finesse. Pisces came out as finesse. Oopsies. There's a card missing, but that's okay. This is 2 decks, so if it needed to come out, it would have came out. All right, so finesse is the center of the reading. 7 of Swords. Being intentional, planning, maybe being sneaky. If somebody's trying to be sneaky, they're caught. But Pisces did come out as finesse, so let's just see here. All right, this could be about being intentional, planning. All right, what role do you play here? What role do you play here? Okay, so your peace. All right, so you're calm or you don't notice something. What energy should you be in here, Capricorn? You're not thinking about something right now. What energy should you be in, Capricorns? Okay, courage. All right, so you're calm. So you're not worried. Okay, so what else do you need the courage to do? So you're not overthinking it. What else do you need the courage to do here, Capricorns? Let's see. Okay, dominance. All right, what are you dominating? What are you controlling? Okay, emotions. All right, the courage to control your emotions first. Okay. What is finesse here? What is the intended outcome with finesse? The intended outcome is to fight. All right, so first of all, you're being peaceful. So if you're being peaceful, somebody may want to fight, argue with you, debate with you. They may even want to distract you or like get your attention, but you are being calm. So I feel like if you're in a scenario, somebody is trying to rile you up. If you need courage to control your emotions, you may be in a scenario like, okay, you know when people want to fight and they try to call you scary or like try to call you a punk. So you may be on some shit like, yeah, I don't want to look like, you could be worried that you will look like a punk or you're worried that you'll look like a bitch or something like that. So it's like, and not to say it's not a fear. It's just like you're a peaceful person or you just don't care to argue or you're not thinking about something that this person wants to fight about or distract you with. You're just not thinking about it. You're a peaceful person. So if that's the thing, like, yeah, it's okay for you to control your emotions. You won't look bad if you do that. Like you maybe are worried that you're going to look weak. What is somebody, okay, what might trigger your emotions here? Okay, resilience. If this is within yourself and something is difficult for you to do or difficult for you to handle, that's okay. You're going to be able to do it. But maybe somebody's just bothering you. What does somebody want to fight about or distract you with? But that is the point, is to fight. Okay. Somebody wants to argue about a spiritual belief system, spirituality and truth. They want to fight with you about a belief system, or if you're peaceful and spiritual and you just know, like, what I mean by spirituality is you could like know how to meditate and calm yourself down, or like you've already, maybe you did a reading on something. You're like, okay, I don't have to worry about this, that, and the third. Somebody wants to fight with you about a belief system. That's the intention. Okay, why? What's the point of that? What's the why? Or distract you with something spiritual? Why do they want to do that? Passion, finesse, and potential. Somebody wants to like see them. They want you to see them. Somebody wants you to see them. They want attention, and then they want you to Like, literally, I feel like somebody is equating the fact that you're willing to fight with courage. But sometimes it just takes courage not to deal with something or not to debate it because you don't worry, you don't care. It's like, I'm not worried about how I look. I'm not worried that I look like a pushover. I'm not worried that I'll look weak. I don't need to fight. I don't need to argue. Okay, let's get 8 cards. That's what somebody wants to fight with you about. If it's not a spiritual belief system, it's just a belief system. That's all it is. Whatever you believe in, somebody just, that is literally their intention, is to fight with you. Like, you could just say, like, yeah, I like pizza. And somebody is like, well, pizza has too much calories and blah. Like, that's the type of person this is. It's like, why are we arguing about pizza? All right, well, yeah, so control your emotions, Capricorn. There, don't worry about how you look. It doesn't matter. All right, you got the Ten of Cups, the King of Wands. It looks like you can see the truth about a community of people, or you can see the truth about some sort of fantasy. There's the Seven of Swords right there. Somebody may be doing this because there's a group of people that agree with you. There's like a group of people that actually agree with you. You guys make sense. Now, if you're coming out as a King of Wands, that means you're confident in yourself and you know for sure, like, yeah, I believe in this. Something could have worked for you before. And you're like, yeah, that's why I believe in it. The Three of Wands. Somebody's like literally waiting and watching you. What the fuck? I'm not, like, somebody is waiting and planning. Like, I'm going to fight with Capricorn. That's what they're doing. Literally, they're just waiting for an opportunity to argue with you. That is weird. Okay, Four of Pentacles, a Fool. If somebody is supposed to give you something, they are purposely not giving it to you because they want you to argue. Yeah, somebody wants to be seen. That's why they're literally, if somebody is supposed to give you something, they're going to give it to you late. If they're supposed to do something for you, they're going to purposely not do it because they want to be noticed, or they want to argue. I mean, what is supposed to be the result? Or maybe they're attracted to you, or they want your attention, or so what is supposed to be the result of the fight? What's the result of the fight here for this person? Or the result of the distraction? It's resistance. And then, so what do we end up resisting? Like, I feel like this is literally because you're being nice. Resisting guidance. If you end up, I don't know what you guys do for a living. Somebody is trying to fight with you on purpose so people don't listen to you anymore. Or literally so that you're just not happy. What are you doing in the what are you doing in the King of Wands? It's literally because you're, that's crazy. Yeah, confidence. I said that. It's because you're confident. So this is literally somebody's like, I'm not going to give that to you. Or I'm not going to, what? It's like low key, like, look at me, I'm fighting with you. This is crazy. Okay. It's like they want this, like, aha, I was able to make you mad. That's literally, I guess that's what it is. Like, I was able to get Capricorn to fight with me, blah, blah, blah. So what are you doing? Oh, your peace, you're not paying attention to somebody. I feel like somebody wants your attention. So, like, say you ask for something, right? You ask for a service. Somebody, they're purposely not going to do it because they want you to call or, like, talk to them directly, or I don't even know what. So okay, wait, let's see. What are you not paying attention to? It's like you're not paying attention to this person, or so they're going to purposely not give you something or not do something. You're not paying attention to what somebody is saying. Okay, so what are they talking about? It's like, pay attention to me. So now they're going to argue with you or fight with you. Okay, what are they saying? they're talking about themselves. They're saying self-love, power. What? They're talking about themselves, but you're not paying attention. So they're going to fight with you. Okay. I'm also getting somebody's like, I don't work for you, or I don't have to do that work for you, or okay, y'all have a really messy reading, but I would just keep. Oh, you're a Capricorn Sun, Aquarius rising. That's interesting that you're Aquarius rising, because I always see like your outfits, and I thought you were just an Aquarius, but that makes sense because of your rising sign is how you like present yourself to the world. So that's cool. All right, so but what is this? Like, what is somebody saying here? Hold on, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. I'm literally. That's so funny. All right, y'all. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to tell y'all this story in a second because this reading, sorry, Capricorns, hold on. This is literally what's happening right now. I'm going to explain it to y'all in a second. All right. I'm back, y'all. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. I had to fix that. Oh, yes. Capricorn had a little intermission. Y'all's energy was basically somebody, that was literally what just happened, but somebody wants you to talk to them directly. Somebody does want to cause an argument or a fight. Control your emotions. Is it still muted? Oh, I was on the phone. That's why I muted y'all. Okay. But control your emotions. Do not argue. Do not fight. It's literally because you are not paying attention to somebody. Somebody wants your attention. All right. So that's your reading. Let's see. Let's get an outcome for you guys. Sorry for that intermission. I had to. Let's see. So that's your reading though. They feel like you are ignoring them or something like that. So, all right. What other energy should you be in, Capricorns? And let's see the outcome. Yeah, vision. What do you need to see here? What else do you need to see clearly? All right, style, respect, and pride. All right, something with Cancer towards energy. I feel like, too, you're able to move forward with something here. Follow the rules and regulations for yourself. That's actually going to be the more successful option. All right, what is the outcome here for you? All right, you got hustle, sexuality, and fight. This might be why somebody wants to argue or fight. It has something to do. Yeah, fight causing peace. You're calm. That's what I'm saying. You're peace and confidence by yourself. You're independent. And that's what's causing somebody of the opposite sex or like a Gemini to fight or argue with you. Yeah, somebody wants you to end up being sad. So control your emotion. I feel like this is literally, I feel like something is the only way that somebody can argue with you or make you sad. Like that's all somebody has is to make you sad. Okay. All right. That's interesting. All right. Taurus is next. Let's see. Taurus is next. All right, Tauruses. So far, guys, sorry, because we had a little couple of intermissions. Let me see. We did Pisces, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Gemini, Aries, Capricorn. Now we're going to do Taurus, Virgo, Aquarius, Leo, Cancer. We will have one more intermission, too, because they go come fix the air soon. So I'm going to have to open the door. Y'all can see my hair is just not. It's hot in here. It's like 80. It's like 82 degrees. It's probably like almost 90 in this bitch. All right, so... Yes. You said they'll be disappointed because you don't give a damn. Yeah, people be arguing all the time. All right, so... Ooh, oh, wait, did I write the timestamp? We're good. Okay, so we got Taurus. We're doing Taurus, Virgo, and then Aquarius. All right, Tauruses, let's see. Matter of fact, let me open the door. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna unlock the door because they need to just be able to walk in this junk. Hold on. I'm gonna unlock the door so that they can just if you hear them knock, just say you can come in. Okay. Get yourself the mango is real good. And they big too. It's like a big mango. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. That way they can just come in because okay. You said your AC went out too. I think mine is just because the thermostat battery died. So I just can't. Ooh. I need to gel that down. So I just can't control it. Which is weird because it should just get stuck on the degrees that I had it at. I still had it. I still had it low. It should still just work at that center. All right, what's the center of your reading, Tauruses? Let's see. Let me focus. Yeah, boo.
So they're not gonna die. Just say come in.
Leave the door open. I'll do it. Yeah, but you can leave the door open. Leave the door open. You can leave the door open.
Okay.
Like leave this door open.
Oh.
All right, so the center of your reading is truth, Taurus. All right, so what do we see the truth about here? Or there's honesty, but we can visibly see it. We can see the truth about potential. All right, so this is something, I don't know why I'm getting evidence, like something that you're actually physically looking at in your hand, an email, a message, somebody's phone. Now, I'm not trying to be messy, but if you go through somebody's phone, you're going to see the truth here. But this could just be the truth about potential regardless, or the potential that something has to grow or become. All right, so what role do you play here, Taurus? And we'll see what the truth is. So you're in strength energy. You're here with a Leo. Yeah, okay. So it looks like a Leo is creating a situation where you resist potential. Now, maybe you're resisting your own potential because of a Leo. You're in Leo energy. Okay, what if something had the... excuse me. Oh. Whatever potential is in this case, a Leo has found a way to get you to not look at it. And you're going to see the truth about that item, that situation, that thing. Okay. Let's clarify. What is the truth here? What is potential? Dominance. So something is more dominant or like stronger. But I feel like you're being made to like not use it. Like something is a controlling factor here. What does this dominate or control? Love, and then finesse, and then peace. So that's the Capricorn that doesn't want to argue or fight. Damn, how do I explain? This is the Capricorn of whoever wants to fight with them or argue with them. Yeah, fight. What energy should you be in, Taurus? You should be in love. So this is the thing. There's something that you would put time and energy into, or you would be generous or kind to an individual. But I feel like somebody's telling you not to do that, or Leo is telling you not to do that, or who would you be doing something out of love for? Okay, you got fluidity and guidance. I feel like if this is, okay, this is the thing, right? There's a scenario, I don't know what you guys do for a living or what you want to do, but people would actually listen to you or be really like, people would be open to listening to you for guidance or help, right, Taurus? You don't see that potential, though. I feel like you don't see that potential in yourself. Somebody's creating a scenario where you don't do that. people would like, so I don't know what you do. Like there will be a good, like say you do hair, it's a good idea for you to do discounted styles or do some freestyles for promo or like, and I'm just giving examples. I know everybody doesn't do hair, but y'all put it how you see fit. But it's like there you would actually do very well and people would actually pay attention to you. But somebody has kind of got you not paying attention. Oh, yeah, you can come in. Hold on, y'all. Because they're not going to hear me. Oh, come on in. It's open. I'll be in here. I'm in the video. So if you hear me talking, just let me know if you need anything. All right, y'all. Hold on. Oh, shit. About to fall. Okay, sorry. All right, so y'all have the potential to do something that really works well for you. But long story short, I feel like somebody has you not tapping into that potential. Yeah, there's a high priestess. Okay. Somebody also may be a good at music or good at singing or good at, it's something creative. Let's get 8 cards real quick. There's the high priestess again. Damn. All right, so this is pretty. All right, so the high priest is the 3 of wands, the fool, the 2 of swords, 4 of pentacles, the hermit. Yeah, this is the same thing. Why is it? Let's figure out why these are tied together. Because what does the fight have to do with you? That's where I'm trying to figure out. What is the Leo doing? What's the Leo energy, the strength card? Because they're like, no, don't look at that. Don't pay attention to that or something. But that would be like an opportunity for you. You would be able to grow an audience or something like that. So somebody literally is planning. Yeah. I don't know what the chain reaction is. This is how they plan this. They found out some information. They're like, okay, I'm going to resist. I'm going to hold back. That's going to get this person attracted to me, or that's going to make this person come to me. Like that's what's going on here. Like that's the plan. But that only works. Something only works if you don't see this person or if you don't see this situation. Because where are you at? Let me see. And it's something outside of you. Let's see. So where are you at in these 4 cards, Taurus? Yeah, you're the 2 of swords. You're not paying attention to this. So because you're not paying attention to something, or somebody has convinced you to resist paying attention to it or resist making a certain decision, like you're kind of indecisive. I feel like too, if you're in between a scenario and you're like, maybe somebody's telling you a story, you don't know whose side to take or you don't know whose side to choose or something like that. This Leo energy or this person has you able to not see this individual. These are tied together. In the Sag reading, Leo came out, and they came out as fight. I feel like somebody wants a Sagittarius attention, or like somebody wants somebody's attention. The plan is to resist so that this person gets excited. If you're wondering about love or something, or like romance, literally the plan is for somebody to hold back, ignore somebody. And then this younger woman comes towards them, or a younger woman is more attracted to them because this person's resisting or something. And you like, okay, yeah, you don't even see, it's like you don't see the 3 of Pentacles part. You don't see the information. You're like missing information or something like that. Okay, let's see. You're going to see, you're going to see the truth about what this is. What is intuition telling you, Taurus? Emotions, personality, leadership, and knowledge. So knowledge we talked about was Scorpio and Sagittarius. And I said that. I said the Sag was knowledge. This is, I know this sounds confusing, but it will make sense to y'all later. Let's see. What are you supposed to do with the information that you find? We see love, fluidity, and guidance. What are you going to be able to guide people to do? Fight, rebellion, and peace. This is the same. So I don't, this is the same thing as Capricorn. So that's why it's coming out here. If you're getting distracted, or like if somebody is trying to fight with you, you need to take the same advice as Capricorn. That can, okay, here we go. These are all connected. That's why that came out in another reading. I can't remember who signed, but that's what it is. This is all connected. Somebody's trying to get you to fight as well. I feel like you're going to find a better way to compete, because it's about getting you excited or angry. So you can still compete or you can still argue, but there's going to be a better way to do something, or you'll get more attention with being more loving or caring. And you don't want something to mess up what you're doing, like in your career or your business or something. Where else is the Leo here? Let's see. Yes.
Mom, you fixed the thing.
Okay, go look and see if it's on. Turn, see what, you can leave the door open for a second. Let's see. You said they removed all your documents. Anything with, I don't know your specific case specifically, but if anything dealing with the court system, make sure you put a lot of money into it.
Mom,
That's
68 degrees right now.
okay. Good. All right. Cool. That should help us. I think that's all that was wrong. But yeah, anything legal probably has to deal with money most times. All right. So let's see. Where's the Leo in all of this? All right, y'all, the distractions are done. We're good. All right. Okay, so the Leo has already left something behind, the world. Something, yeah, there's a Six of Wands. They're already getting success, or they're already getting attention. So they may have already learned this. They may have already learned. Did we do Leo yet? We didn't do Leo yet. They may have also learned about something about fighting, or like people want their attention, or it's supposed to get somebody riled up, or they've already completed something. They're getting attention for it. What did they already complete? Yeah, the Knight of Wands. Exactly. Somebody's supposed to get manipulated into reacting, overreacting, fighting, arguing. What's the new? What are they successfully able to do here? Or rushing. Yeah, the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like they're able to build something up. There's the Empress. All right, so you're going to realize this. You're going to see what this is. All right, there's not going to be any more interruptions, y'all. My bad. Sorry to the Capricorn Taurus had their reading would have a lot of interruptions. I'll type a disclaimer in the description. All right, let's see. Okay, Virgo. We got Virgo next. We got Virgo, Aquarius, Leo, and Cancer left. Okay. Virgos. All right, what is the situation surrounding the Virgos here? What's the situation surrounding the Virgos? Okay, humor, something ironic, funny, laughter, a community of people, something like a fantasy here. What is supposed to be funny, ironic? This could be enjoying something. Ooh. Dominance. Okay, the truth about dominance. So this looks like it is going to be ironic. So I feel like the dominating energy or the stronger energy is ironic. There's also something about, I hate to say it, there's something ironic about like abuse or control here. But if it's not negative, it could be a positive dominance. What is the dominant energy here? Truth. Okay, so there's something ironic about that though. Okay, so the truth is more dominant, or seeing the truth is more dominant, or seeing something for what it is. What does that have dominance over? Okay, an Aquarius. Inspiration, it's or order. Okay, so it has something to do with an Aquarius, a group of people, because with humor, that can be an entire group of people. Something, it's ironic, we can see the truth. That is what controls an Aquarius energy, or an Aquarius organizing something or planning something. All right, what do we see the truth about here? All right, a Cancer. What is the truth? So we can see the truth about a Cancer here. The truth is mystery. Either they're hiding something, or the reason something works out is because they're okay with going into the unknown. That's ironic. I feel like, too, the irony is they're able to see the truth because they're okay with dealing with the unknown, or because they're okay with trying to figure something out. Okay, what is hidden here? Yep. So this is the thing. Somebody does not, they're willing to listen. That's the secret to something. They're willing to listen, and that kind of has dominance over an Aquarius, or there is an energy. If we're talking about something, you're surprised that like a Cancer controls an Aquarius, or a Cancer is stronger than an Aquarius, or something like that. All right, so what role do you play here, Virgo? You're going to watch this occur, I'm assuming. Oh, I am muted. Thank you, Kick. Sorry. Sorry, Kick and Twitch. Y'all still on there, too. Oh, wait. What happened to my monitor? All right, so the energy that you're in is style. So I feel like you're the one that's controlling this Aquarius. If you have a Cancer moon, you're controlling an Aquarius moon, or something like that. But you're in the style energy here, or you're talking about a Cancer. You could be talking to a Cancer, and this is going to be the ironic part. All right, what other energy should you be in here, Virgos? Okay, hustle was the next card, and luck. All right, so if you have an opportunity, it looks like you're going to be able to put money into a good opportunity, luck, and potential. If you're wondering, if you are offered something, take it. Okay, Virgo, if you're offered something, take it. If you're offered to get paid for something, that is okay for you to do this. You said, what am I doing? These are tarot cards. All right, so let's get 8 cards. Oh, thank you, Candlelight. I appreciate the compliment. Yeah, the Hangman, the 9 of Cups. At the end, something is going to be funny. Literally, that's going to be, at the end of this, that's going to be ironic. It's like looking back like, oh, that's ironic. The Page of Pentacles, there's the 9 of Swords. We did talk about that Gemini being very worried or anxious. There's the Star card. There's the Aquarius, 4 of Pentacles. There you go, Virgo, the Hermit. You're watching the 7 of Swords. You're watching a Aquarius and a Pisces. Remember, the Pisces was the 7 of Swords. So they were literally, okay, so let me slow down. I know, let me write this down real quick. You might want to watch the Pisces reading. In the Pisces reading, they were planning for an opportunity to talk to an Aquarius. You're holding something back from an Aquarius. You're like, I'm not going to say that. You know not to say something, though. You've experienced this already. You're like, you know what? I'm not even going to say it. So you're not going to say something. I'm also getting to, if your advice is hustle with the 4 of Pentacles, you're like, no, I'm not going to give that person money, or I'm not going to put time into that, or because you're not saying something. the reason something works for you is that you don't block out, you take constructive criticism. That's why something is working for you, or you're okay with listening to people, but you're still at the same time not saying something to this Aquarius. And that's going to be ironic in the end. Okay, let's check out what the old perspective was. What was the old perspective here? Okay, what are you going to realize after? Okay, so you're looking at something and you're thinking it's going to be fixed. It's going to heal, but you're going to look back realizing you're like, wait, that's not healing. That's not going to fix it. That's not, like, something's not the solution, or something's not getting fixed. Somebody could be in a trap mindset. What is the issue here? What? Angel, Sagittarius. What is it supposed to be healed into? Resistance. So remember, the Sag reading was about them. These are all connected. What is, okay, this is, okay, what is the Sagittarius supposed to resist? Somebody's, if they're coming out as a Sag, they're, okay, love, all right, and perspective. All right, this is the thing. Somebody has a trap perspective, right? A Sag is trying to be generous or kind about this person's perspective, but that's not going to heal it. That's not going to change it. Somebody still is going to think the same way, act the same way, behave the same way. It doesn't matter if that Sagittarius has like kindness in their heart for somebody's attitude. That doesn't matter. They're still going to be trapped, or they're still going to think the same way. You're like, that's ironic or something. All right, let's see. So what is somebody's trapped perspective here? I do like ice cream, but that's the only thing that really makes me gain weight is ice cream. All right, what is this person trapped with here? Or what is their trapped perspective? Self-love. Yeah, it doesn't matter if a Sagittarius is going to be loving, generous, nice. They think of themselves. They're going to put themselves first. It doesn't matter. They're going to do what they desire or what they want. This is what you're watching, or you're observing it. So that's what's going to happen. If you're wondering if there's any Sagittarius still watching, there's a lot of signs in this reading. It's a Pisces, Aquarius, Virgo, and a Sagittarius, and a Cancer. But this is the thing. If you think like being generous, kind, loving, having patience, you think that's going to change somebody's perspective, it's not. They don't care. I'm also getting two. Even, okay, this is the thing too. This is the irony. This person is being loving, but they only view somebody as selfish. So it's almost like it doesn't matter how nice somebody is. They're like, yeah, that Sagittarius is selfish, or I'm being generous, loving, nice. They're being nice to me. I'm worried about me. This is what your reading is about. All right. So what other energy should you be in, Virgos? I feel like that's what you're watching, or that's what you're observing. You got self-esteem. What might, now when you get self-esteem, this is an energy where you're worried about feeling left out, but you should feel left out anyway. So I feel like that's what your reading's about too. If you're trying to be nice or kind to somebody to get them to accept you, or if you're being nice to somebody and you understand where they're coming from, you're being understanding of their perspective, that does not matter to them. They're not going to change that. They're not going to change who they are, how they are, anything. So you can be different. It's okay for you to be left out. It's okay for you to be opposite of somebody, because it doesn't matter anyway. What might make you feel left out, Virgos? We got finesse. So it could be that Pisces. Oh, y'all start going to the gym again. I'm hurting. All right, let's see. What might make you feel offended, Virgo, or make you feel left out? Guidance. It's literally, is people fitting in, or You just don't fit in, or everybody else is listening to someone else. Just don't forget that the truth is what dominates this energy. The truth is what dominates an Aquarius or dominates the perspective. So if something is literally based on a thought pattern, that does not matter. Somebody can view something however they want. That does not defeat the truth. And that's what's going to happen. So, all right, what's the outcome here for you? Yeah, personality and finesse. Somebody's like faking a personality or copying a personality. This isn't really even how somebody acts. Or somebody's copying somebody's personality. Somebody's acting like somebody else. They're pretending to be something else, act like somebody else. What the fuck? What is somebody copying or pretending to be like? Hustle and confidence. So Capricorn was confidence. There was a couple of signs that had the hustle advice. Your advice is hustle too. So somebody could be copying you or trying to act like you or something. Or somebody's trying to act like that Capricorn. Somebody is copying somebody completely. All right. What's the outcome here for you? Or that was the outcome. I'm sorry. That was the outcome. All right. Somebody's pretending. I feel like too, somebody's pretending to be related or okay. Let's not. We just gonna we gonna wrap that up. All right, Virgos. Aquarius is next, actually. So Aquarius is y'all might want to watch the Virgo reading. Okay. Ooh, chat. It's looking a little cloudy. All right, let's see here. What is the center of the reading for my Aquariuses? Let's see. What's the center of the reading for the Aquariuses? All right, innovation. Now, when we get innovation, that means we are able to create something. All right, something is done. It could be manipulation, but if it's manipulation, it worked. So, but something is created the way that it is supposed to. You have all the tools, or somebody around you has all the tools to create something. All right, what is being created here with innovation? Ooh. What's being created here with innovation? You got sexuality, potential, and strength. So Gemini did worry about whether or not they were looking like they were spying on somebody. They're coming out in this reading. A Gemini is looking at a Leo. Okay, hold on. Transition, courage. There's fight again and versatility. Okay, if this is a person, right? These are people. Gemini is finding a way to get in touch with a Leo. They're texting them, they're finding them, they're going to find that person, or they're going to look that person up, they're going to find that individual. That's one thing. If this is within a person and they're innovating something and they're creating something, somebody is able to use communication and they're able to create something perpetually. Somebody is able to make something that is going to perpetually grow. They don't have to do anything else with it. Like something doesn't need to be recreated again to be used again. So like if somebody wrote a book, they don't have to write that book again to sell 1 million copies. It's something like that. Like something is just perpetual. All right. Or I feel like if these are people, a Gemini is getting in contact with a Leo. All right. Let's see what else. I don't know what that has to do with you. Thank you, Jeff. But we'll see. All right, what role do you play here, Aquarius? I just randomly got like 2. We're able to find a way to see that Leo in a picture. See this Leo. All right. What role do you play here, Aquarius? Superstition. You're nervous or you're worried. You could be overthinking something. if you're worried about somebody being able to create something in perpetuity, they are able to create it. It's already done. Or you may have, maybe you have a Leo placement. Leo is your opposite sign. All right, let's see. What are you worried about, Aquarius? You're worried about pride. Okay, now if it's dealing with a Leo, they do rule pride or ego. You're worried that somebody may show something off or that the public may see something. Okay, so you're worried that somebody has too much pride to listen to your worries, or you're worried that somebody has too much pride to be worried or to be concerned. You're like, don't do that, pride or ego. You should be concerned. So what do you want somebody else to be worried about as well? Or maybe you feel like somebody feels like they're above you, or like, why are you worried, Aquarius? Somebody should be worried about fighting or worried about other people. Somebody should be worried about fighting or so if this is about a danger thing, right? Maybe you're like, look, like you should really be concerned. Like people are trying to be dangerous, or people are dangerous out there. What other energy? I'm gonna pick superstition back up just in case you actually should be concerned. It'll come back out. All right, so let's see. And I only did that because we pulled it twice. All right, so what energy should you be in here? What energy should you be in here? You should be in pride. So maybe you're worried about, oh, maybe I'm being too prideful. I should be worried. You should be in pride. If this is within you, you shouldn't worry. So like you're like, oh, am I being too prideful? Do I feel like I'm above people? In this scenario, you should be proud of yourself. What should you have too much pride to do here? You should feel successful. You got style and mood. We talked about Cancer controlling you or having dominance over you. So maybe you're worried about how they feel. They're sad or something like that. You should have too much pride to worry about that. What would you be doing out of pride or ego here? Peace. You wouldn't worry. Yeah, you would be at peace. You wouldn't even worry about it. Yeah, there's something you don't literally. You're like, oh, is that prideful? Like, that's how you feel. But no, you shouldn't be worried about it. You would be calm. There's a Four of Swords. So if you're wondering if you should take a break, rest, you should. You can take a break. You can rest. You don't have to constantly think about something. Now, in the Virgo reading, it said like a Cancer dominated an Aquarius. Like this could be your child, a friend, a co-worker, somebody you're around. And it's like, say you're worried about your child being sad. You can take a break. You can take a nap. Say this is like a friend or somebody, like a person you don't want to hang out with them or you don't want to be around them anymore. You don't have to. You're fine. There's something you don't have to worry about that anymore. You can be calm. That's okay. All right, so let's see. Let's get 8 cards. When people start typing random things, that means that somebody type BBW in the F word. I'm not going to say it because I'm waiting to get monetized, but that literally has nothing to do with anything. That don't even make sense. That's so funny. All right, so the 6 of Cups, Knight of Swords, the 5 of Wands. There's a 6 of Wands. You should be the 6 of Wands. There's no need to listen to this fighting or this arguing. Like, if you're wondering, you should be above this. You should feel above this distraction, this fighting, this arguing. But you may feel like, I feel like, too, you're conflating something with arrogance. You may be thinking that you're being arrogant. All right, 5 of Swords, Queen of Wands, Ace of Swords. There's the King of Wands. The Capricorn, this was the Capricorn. So they're already above the fight. They're already above the distraction. You may know a Capricorn and you may have to take that same advice. Like somebody is above like something very petty. I feel like too what's interesting, something is not a big deal. If it does not, like in this scenario, if something does not cost you money, or if you're not making money from it, this is not a big deal. There is no need to pay attention to this. Yeah, Aquarius, there you are with that Virgo. You guys had like a Pisces in your reading and some more stuff, but yeah, your reading is pretty simple. I feel like if you feel like in a state of your life where no, I should always be concerned or something like that, no, that's not being prideful. What else should you be at peace with here? You got skill, power. It could be something dealing with a Libra. It's like there's a chain reaction. There's like a Libra telling a Gemini to do something, or a Libra yelling at a Gemini or something. It's too many people. It's coming out with too many people. What's the outcome for the Aquarius? Yeah, you're going to see the truth about it. So that's pretty much it. Don't feel like you're, being egotistical. Now spirituality came out, so maybe there's a belief system where you're, be humble and I'm supposed to struggle forever to get to heaven, all that kind of nonsense. So that's something that you're worried about or something, you can let that go. All right, Leo. Leo is next. Leo, y'all been popping out in people's readings, and it is Leo season. So maybe, excuse me. Maybe that's why y'all are popping out here. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. Let's get in y'all's business today. Not will you get arrested. Oh, Lord. These are general, so I can't answer that question right now. But you better check that database and see if it's a warrant, and don't go where that warrant is at. So that's that's what I can say to that. I don't know. You need to look that up. All right, let's see. Who is this? Aquarius? Oh no, Leo. My bad, Leos. All right, what's the energy surrounding the Leos? Wait, this looks kind of greasy. There we go. That's been greasy for like 3 hours. All right, what's the energy surrounding the Leos? Let's see. Why do y'all always try to... People have an odd relationship to age. Gen Z is very weird with age. Y'all be so pressed to call somebody y'all auntie. That's weird. All right, so the situation here is guidance, Leo. All right, people following after one another or following after somebody else, or everybody is listening in. All right, what are we listening to, or what are we following after? Okay, there's fluidity. So something is ebbs and flows. We're going with the flow here. There's change. All right. People are listening or paying attention to all these changes. All right, what's changing? What was the situation before? What was the situation before here? All right, so it was love, and then what is it changing into? So something starts out nice or kind or generous, and then it turns into innovation. I just said that. Potential and strength. Okay, Leo. People are paying attention to... there's some... I know it's something dealing with you and a Taurus. All right, anywho. Something turns into like loving, generosity, kindness. And then now we're manipulating something dealing with you, Leo. All right, let's see. Thank you for the gifts, Positive Light. Thank you. All right, so what role do you play here? Let's see. You're determined and you are focused. You're focused on something else. Okay, so what are you focused on, Leos? What are you determined to have? What are you focused on? Okay, you got connectivity. You're trying to find the connection between something. What? Okay, let's see. What is the first situation? You're trying to figure out how two things connect. What's the first situation or the first thing? Or you can constantly be thinking about something too. So you got Libra, and that's connected to what? You're focused on this Libra, and you're trying to figure out the connection to a Taurus. All right, here we go. There's a couple of ways this can go. You're hyper focused on, if these are people, you're like, what is the connection between this Libra and this Taurus? What's the connection between those two people? All right. I'm also getting to, if this has anything to do with identity or appearance, you're like, you're trying to figure out, I'm going to give y'all a lot of different scenarios. I don't know why I'm getting this, but like if it has anything to do with children, somebody's like, is that those children, is that somebody's child? Do they look alike? You're like, does that Taurus look like that Libra? That's for a few people. If this is like, you're like, how are they connected? How do they know each other? If this is not people, you're like, how does karma work? You're trying to figure out what is the connection between karma and justice. What are the rules and regulations? How did this go to this? What caused this? That's what you're trying to figure out. What is the cause and effect of something? Or where did that rule come from? Why is that law enacted? Where did that law come from? This looks deep. I don't know why, but all right, so let's see. What is the cause here? You're looking at the cause and effect of something. There's the Libra again. That came right back out. So you're wondering what's the connection. So the Libra started something, a Libra initiated something. I want to write this down because this is reminding me of something else that's going on in the public. You didn't hear it from me, but do some research. Actually, I don't know if she's on here. I'm not going to say who it was, but she pointed out that somebody was a Leo and they have a very important story in the news. But anyway, but but something started with a Libra. So this Libra did cause something or start something or initiate something. If you're studying, I'm trying to make this as general as possible, so I'm going to give y'all a lot of scenarios. If you are studying something, you're going to figure out what the skill set is, or like there's a certain skill set that you need in order to do something. What does this cause here? You're determined, or you're like, why am I so focused on that? I feel like you're focused on something because of a Libra. What? And then there is courage, guidance, and fluidity. Again, you're like, whatever's going on, a Libra is the cause. That's why you did something. That's why you believe in something. That's why you think about something. That's why you're hyper focused on something. You can't stop thinking about something. Or maybe you're like, why do I care about this so much? You really want justice for something. That is what you care about. You're like, I need justice. I want justice. If there is a person involved, I feel like it's a Libra. I mean, I don't know. What did the Libra do if it's a person? You're like, why am I focused on this? Why do I keep thinking about this? Dominance. We gotta figure out some people's zodiac signs for something real quick. But anyway, so in this case, a Libra dominated or controlled something, or there could be. Now, I do want to give a trigger warning. If you're wondering why something occurred in your life, or like why you make a certain decision, I feel like there could be something dealing with a Libra. Sorry, again, your trigger warning, but like a Libra abused you in the past. Like if you're worried, if you're like, why do I have an addiction, or why do I keep thinking about this, or why do I keep Or why am I so hyper focused? It's like a Libra did something here. Are they dominated? What did they control or dominate? It doesn't have to be that for everybody. This is general. Yeah, personality. So it's like a part of you, you feel like you're not able to show. Because let's remember, you're not coming out as naturally you would come out as Leo. What part of your personality do you feel like you weren't able to show here? And don't forget, you guys rule pride or ego, so it could be that too. Interesting. Superstition. Yeah, connectivity. This is odd. Let me get some tarot cards. Cause I feel like you are superstitious about like, okay, why is this connected? What is, and it's like the reason, okay, the reason being, the reason you're like that, or the reason you're hyper focused on something is somebody told you, hey, like, you know, don't worry about that. There's no connection to that. That doesn't mean anything. Don't worry about that. Don't think about that. I'm also getting too, if there's an energy where like, just say there could be any type of addiction, right? Anything where you smoke, drink, do too much, something like that. You're like, yeah, I don't think I should do that. I should be concerned about that. Somebody's like, no, don't worry about that. And that, it's kind of like having a weird effect. Like that's why you do something. And this does not apply to all Libras, y'all. Okay, this is not applied to everybody. This is general, so don't argue with me. But somebody's like, yeah, don't worry about that. People are going to see this though. People are able to. People can see the changes, so don't worry about that. We can see it. All right, the Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. There's the damn, that justice. That Libra is not playing. The Libra came out 3 times. Or if it's not a Libra, it's the court system. It's cause and effect. Or it's a court system, or it's a Libra. Judgment. Is something put on you, Leo? Where are you at in these 8 cards really quick? Let's see. Thank you for the gift. If you can, I would, if you're around a Libra, I would take a step back from them. If you had, like, say you have a Libra placement, right? Say you have, like, say you're a Leo with a Libra rising. You're worried about how you look in public. And that's what's controlling something that you're focused on. Where are you at in these 8 cards? You're the King of Wands. So there will be a literal like confidence here. What are you, and you can see, I feel like you can see something too. What are you confident in? I feel like people are paying attention to you. You got the 7 of Wands, blocking what out? You're like, I know I can stop this, or I know that I should stop this or say no to this. Got the King of Pentacles, 8 of Wands. There's the 5 of Swords. Yeah, the Magician, manipulation. I can see you. I can see this. I can see it happening. Literally, like I'm watching you do it. I can see you. You are worried. You're supposed to be worried though. You're like, I can't stop. I don't know how to explain this to you. You're like, I can't stop thinking about this. I'm worried about this. What's the connection? You know, I can't tell you enough. It's a Libra. They came out 3, 4, 5. They're just there. All right. What were you doing before the Libra energy was introduced, or before, I don't know if it's the justice system, I don't know, but what were you doing before? You were the Two of Swords. So you may not have been paying attention to something at all. Once they show up, what are you doing now? I feel like you weren't paying attention to something. Now you're the Nine of Swords. You're like, why am I so... Maybe you're literally wondering, why are you anxious? It's a Libra. A Libra controlled you. A Libra has you doing something. Yeah, I can't say that enough. That's it. It's like the same person that's telling you not to worry. When they show up, that's why you're worried. That's why you're anxious. That's why you're stressed. Because I feel like you're not supposed to trust this person. Or you're like... What is respect right here real quick? Because you're like, what is the connection? Or what is the... Maybe you're worried about how you look, or... Let me get, what is the one more for what the justice was? It's like you weren't worried at first. You weren't anxious. The Sun. All right, that's your reading. If you're wondering where something started at, thank you. What other energy should you be in here, Leos, currently? Yeah, knowledge. What else do you have knowledge about? Intuition. That's what it is. It's a Libra. What's the outcome for you? Mood, versatility, mystery, and resistance. Let's see. What's the outcome? No, it's not. It's not that. You said they're mad at what Libra knows. It's not that. That's not what it is. Let me see. Did I put the wrong thing on here? I might have put the wrong thing. No, that's not what it sounds like, guys. I know everybody wants to think their sign is better or whatever than everybody else. That is not what I said at all. Literally, it's not what I said. All right, let's see. What's the energy for you here? I said a Libra is making a Leo anxious. That's what I said. It doesn't mean that a Libra knows. I said their dominance. That can be abuse. That could be control. It's not all about y'all all the time. I know when y'all hear y'all name, y'all want to think everybody is... Y'all are not always the star of the show. All right. That was Leo's reading. I know everybody wants to be the good guy in everybody's story. That's not how it goes. It's not always how it goes. Let me see something. All right, I'll do that later. I'll do that in a second. All right, so let's see. Cancer. Cancer is last but not least. You're not James. You're not. I don't know what I think Libras are kind of wild. I don't know why. I guess it's because y'all are taught that y'all are like the justice, but y'all are like regular people. Y'all are not. It's not. Y'all aren't always the answer. All right, Cancers. Thank you. Like y'all literally will listen to a reading and completely change it to fit your own narrative. But hey, you have your own free will. All right, so what is the center of Cancer's reading here? All right, sexuality, a Gemini. You did come out in a Gemini reading here. All right, so what is the energy surrounding the or what is your energy, Cancers? What's your current energy? Okay, luck. All right, so you're right on time. You're right on schedule. You have an opportunity here for you. All right, what is your luck here, Cancers? So you're right on schedule. You could be a Gemini's opportunity. Okay, you've got spirituality, guidance, and humor. All right, so okay. So spirituality, guidance, and humor, you're lucky because you're being led to see the irony, or you're being led to be comfortable or happy. All right, so there is something here where there is a spiritual belief system that is leading you to be happy, but that is your luck. So in this case, it is a good energy, I would assume. All right, what other energy should you be in here, Cancers? Okay, voice. All right, what do you need to speak on? You need to speak up. You need to say something. You've got love, dominance, and versatility. All right, so literally you need to say, I love you. I feel like, too, you need to say something nice or kind to the people that you're working with. That will help here. All right. I feel like, too, you need to tell somebody that love is controlling someone. Love is controlling women, or love is controlling this woman, or something like that. All right, let's see. Let's get 8 cards. I did Virgo. It's up on my YouTube channel, and it is at 124 minutes. All right, so let's see. It's got the 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, you're not saying something. Here's a Devil card. Here's your opportunity, the Tower. It's going to be an unexpected opportunity here. There you are, the Wheel of Fortune. You're put in a position, Cancer, to say this. You're going to be put in a position literally to say something to somebody. And because I feel like you're the only person somebody's going to listen to. That's why you're in this position. This is going to be unexpected. What is the Devil card? What are they thinking about? Fight. So Capricorn, we talked about Capricorn having a trapped perspective of fighting. They don't need to argue. They don't need to fight. Somebody's intention is to fight with them. We know that Capricorn was at peace. They're not paying attention to somebody. They're not giving somebody attention at all. They're naturally a calm person, and they may feel like, okay, I have to fight, or I have to stand up for myself to make it look like, I'm not a punk or whatever. Or somebody is purposely trying to fight with them, like literally on purpose. So I feel like you're going to have a conversation with this individual. When you have this conversation with them, you're going to be able to call that out. You're like, yeah. I feel like, too, you're going to tell somebody, like, look, there's a difference between being kind and being loving, or being at peace and being loving. Being at peace is more so like, I'm not saying anything to anybody. I'm not doing anything with anyone. I don't pay attention to them at all. Love is like going out of your way to make sure that somebody else feels comfortable. And I feel like you're going to bring that up. You're like, yeah, you're just trying to make other people feel comfortable. That may control like your ability to create. All right. I feel like, too, if you're working with a group of women, you're talking about, yeah, like that relationship that's what's controlling your relationship. That's what's stopping you from, or that relationship is controlling you as a woman or as a person or something like that. All right, so what is the Tower here? Yeah, power and sexuality. Again, this could be a masculine and feminine thing. with sexuality. All right, what is the judgment? I feel like this is, what is the norm? Like, what do we normally expect? We expect somebody to block something out. Okay, what's supposed to be blocked out here? Something's supposed to be rejected. Yeah, mood. Okay, no. Okay. What actually occurs? It looks like somebody is going to feel, yeah, fluidity. So that's the thing. You're expecting like sadness to automatically be blocked out too. That's what I was getting. That's not, there's nothing that's automatically going to block out like sadness or regret. Something just may help you to control it better, control your emotions better. You'll still feel that way, but it's like, how do you react to it, or what are you going to do with it? All right, so I feel like that's a part of what you're discussing or what you're teaching somebody. Your reading is pretty straightforward. Hey there. All right, what other energy should you be in, Cancers? This is the last sign, y'all, so when I'm done, I will timestamp this. Yeah, yourself. There you go. Literally, you are in this position to do this. I'm also getting to, do not listen to somebody feels insecure, or do not listen to what somebody is talking about when it comes to insecurity versus confidence. All right, you're in the position that you're supposed to be in to say what you need to say. What's the outcome here for you? Yeah, peace, connectivity, and focus. Yeah, somebody's going to be focused on what they need to do for themselves. That's why they're not, like, somebody's not going to get distracted or pay attention to some sort of fight or issue. All right. All right, y'all. Thank you for the compliment, Baldwin. I appreciate that. I'm going to timestamp this. Y'all can get personal readings at the link in my bio. I appreciate y'all, and y'all have a good one.